So I know some of you got a little bit upset with me a few weeks ago because I expressed a little concern over the largest Catholic, what is it called? Well, the prayer app, I guess. And I'm sorry, but yeah, I've got a few concerns there. I'm going to share a few of them with you. Not to attack anybody involved with that. If anybody's benefiting from it, that's not my objective. But there are a few things that I learned about it that I think we should at least be talking about. For example, like, I'm concerned a little bit that one of the main pitch men for Hallow is this actor, Jonathan Rumi, I guess his name is. He's an unapologetic friend and supporter of Father James Martin. And everybody knows that. You know, there's been a huge controversy over Chosen and his support for the LGBT lifestyle. We're seeing stuff all over online. People going back and forth on this sort of, hey man, what's your problem with LGBTQ?
My brother isn't the only one who stands by the LGBTQ members of our chosen family. Get out of here with your hate, homophobia, and ignorance. Not very Jesus-like of you, Johnny. Jordan doubles down. I'm so proud of the love and acceptance displayed on our set every day. That's not going to change no matter what some hateful critics say.
Let 'em live while they can.
You gotta get out of this room, Joe.
Let 'em spin.
Jaden knew before he died that you loved him and accepted him. That's what matters.
I never let him know it was okay. I gotta live with that.
I have been to the movies.
I decided to walk across America.
I'll talk to anybody who'll listen about bullying.
When I told you to take a walk, I meant around the block, not to New York City.
He told us he wanted to live there someday, remember?
Saw him. He was right there in front of me.
And Hallow got into a lot of trouble recently, a couple years back, for partnering with the very, very pro-abortion Irish Catholic actor, quote, Catholic in quotes, Liam Neeson. And lots of people were just outraged. What are you doing? What are you doing? You know, even Lila Rose came out. She had Hallow as a sponsor. She said, no, we can do better than this. This is insane. He's a pro-abort, you know. It may surprise some of you to know who the financial godfather of Hallow is. Peter Thiel is a key investor in the Hallow 2021 $40 million Series B campaign. Now, he's a married homosexual. He has a massive influence over conservatism right now. And he's got some really bizarre theological notions, and he's positively fixated on the Antichrist, only it's a version of the Antichrist that you and I wouldn't recognize. This is sort of Peter Thiel's idea of the Antichrist.
In a private lecture series on the Antichrist, tech billionaire Peter Thiel, a key backer of Vice President J.D. Vance, has unveiled a techno-utopian creed that clashes with traditional Christianity. And they insist that technology and human innovation are the true sources of salvation. Oh boy. Oh boy.
There are just some serious red flags here that have me concerned. Because y'all know Peter Thiel is very open. He was the first Republican speaker at a Republican convention to proudly come out and say, I am gay and I am conservative.
Now we are told that the great debate is about who gets to use which bathroom. This is a distraction from our real problems. Who cares? Of course, every American has a unique identity. I am proud to be gay. I am proud to be a Republican.
People like Peter Thiel are mainstreaming the conservative idea that gay, lesbian, that's all just fine, right? And at the same time, I would say this guy is so weird. I mean, you know, he's responsible for Paladin, he's responsible for PayPal, he and Elon Musk, and he's also at the same time obsessed with the Antichrist. But again, not the one that you and I fear. Specifically, he's referring to the Antichrist as anyone or anything, including the Pope, who would dare to regulate artificial intelligence, as I understand this, over the next 10 years. He wants 10 years of unrestricted artificial intelligence.
And a lot of mainstream journalists have glommed onto the idea that he says that AI regulation is the Antichrist. But that's just one of the things he says. And the much bigger idea is the way that he, in an almost heretical or blasphemous way, melds biblical scripture with Nazi philosophy to make a very strange and scary argument about using biblical ideas in an existential battle at the very moment that Trump is becoming more deeply authoritarian and talking about going to war.
Now, let me be very clear. I'm talking about the devil's infiltration into almost every aspect. If I talk about the devil actually having infiltrated, the forces of hell infiltrated our Holy Mother Church, which I believe he has in the human element, it shouldn't be at all surprising that I would say, look everywhere, even some of these prayer apps, something weird is going on with all of them, even though they might be really good people who had great intentions when they got started. But what's happening now? I mean, I think it's great. Hallow is the largest prayer app in the world, but then it's financed by an out and married homosexual who runs around the world warning against an antichrist that has nothing to do with the real one. What are we looking at?
It just seems to me that when you tell me a story about the Antichrist coming to power and using the fear of technological change to sort of impose order on the world, I feel like that Antichrist would maybe be using the tools that you were building, right? Like, wouldn't the Antichrist be like, great, we're not going to have any more technological progress, but I really like what Palantir has done so far, right?
Yeah,
I mean, isn't that a concern? Wouldn't that be the irony of history would be that the man publicly worrying about the Antichrist accidentally hastens his or her arrival?
There are all these different scenarios. I obviously don't think that that's what I'm doing.
He doesn't think that's what he's doing. Well, good to know, Peter. Good. And when I see these things, you don't want to just be ripping against Hallow just for the fun of it, but it just seems so strange that you have some signs of good, somebody doing something good, and yet it's marked with a sign of the beast like this. It just seems so strange to me. And I'm thinking of Scripture. Then if any man shall say unto you, lo, here's the Christ, or there's the Christ, believe it not. This is according to Jesus Christ in the book of Matthew. He says, for there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, who shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that, if it were possible, they shall deceive even the elect. Are we being deceived, friends? I mean, it seems like we're being deceived on any number of levels. I guess the question is there any place where we're not being deceived right now? At least in anything to do with online, with the internet, right? We cannot allow ourselves to be deceived by these false Christs, so I think we have to have these conversations even if it makes some people uncomfortable, These are false messiahs all around us, exactly as was foretold.